boy, it's been a busy day. Oh, it has been a busy day. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. SJ Poor here at Little Face Brewing, Kentucky. Hope everybody's enjoying their day. My day got away from me. I got a lot done, but I wanted to do more, and I made the right decision by only focusing on a few things. One of those was putting this Kentucky Common in keg. Before I could put it in keg, though, I had forgot that I did not really have the keezers set up. So I had to go through and get the CO2 bottles straightened out and get all that jazz taken care of, which takes time. I wanted to get that set up, get the Kentucky Common in keg, do a water test in the electric system because I've got the power ran. They finished that up yesterday. And do a batch of Dropkick Nate. That was a little bit ambitious, just a little bit. No, I did not get to brewing, but I did get the keezer and the charging keezer both set up. They're ready for beers. I've got my fans hooked up. I've got the temperature controllers hooked up. I've got them I tested both of them and they work great. I got some sanitizer out and all that, sanitized one of my kegs. Took all the extra kegs down in the basement because I don't need them up here. Always remember to hydrate, folks. And got some water together, put some PBW together, about 6 gallons of water, put it in the electric system, plugged everything in, hooked hoses up, started to circulate that through the system. And while I was doing that, I went over and I started to keg up the Kentucky Common. So right here it is. This is the sample. So let's see what she tastes like, shall we? Will that all fit in there? Almost, but not quite. So we'll set that guy right over there. So as a recap on this was, again, it's a Kentucky Common. It was 8 pounds, 2 ounces of 6-row, 3 pounds, 7 ounces of corn, 4 ounces of black malt, 500L, 4 ounces of caramel Crystal 60. It was, that's all the grist. It was 3/4 of an ounce of cluster in for the boil, for the full boil. 15 minutes it had cluster, about 3/4 of an ounce. And at flame out, it had 1/2 ounce of Tettnang. Yeah, I did not put any water additions in at all, and I used US 05 to ferment it out. That's a pretty looking beer, and the aroma on this thing has been really fantastic. The original gravity was 1052, and the finished gravity is 1.008 for a alcohol by volume of 5.78. It's a little bit higher in ABV than I would wanted. I actually wanted this to be under 5, and it's almost 6, but I'm not going to argue with it. It's still a good ABV. There's a lot of sweetness there. This sample has been sitting around for a while. It's not carbonated. Oh, yeah. That, I can't wait until that is carbonated. Wow. So a lot of caramel notes in this. It's funny because it's very much described as a red cream ale. And that's what I think of as a red cream ale. So there's a little bit of tang there from the 6 row that really kind of wakes your mouth up. You get a lot of sweetness from the corn, and the crystal really rounds it out really nicely. My color from what I've had and what I'm looking at here is spot on. I'm not too bad clarity wise. I did cold crash this, so the fermentation on this was 12 days at 68 degrees and 3 days at 38. So I turned the old glycol chiller down to 38 the other night to get her good and cold crashed. Worked like a charm. And kegged her up today, Homebrew Wednesday. Yeah, I can't wait till that's got some carbonation on it. And I'm pulling it through that tap right there. Oh, I am so stoked. So stoked. I cleaned all of my lines and everything on this stuff before I moved it. And I'm going to do another cleaning of the lines before I actually run a beer through. So, what else are we going to do? We got enough time. The only thing different I think I would do with this guy is not use 05. I want to leave a little more sweetness. It's dry. She finishes off pretty dry. I'm wondering how that's going to be once it's actually finished carbed. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, she's tasty. So, Kentucky's version of a red cream ale. And what do I have right here? A crowler of one of the best cream ales out there on the market. This is from Black Cat Brewing. Greg Bentley opened Black Cat back up. She'd been gone on hiatus for a couple years. They're back together and brewing up wonderful beer. Thank you, Adam Fulmer, for sending this out to me. This came in the mail yesterday. Got 2 cream ales and 2, I think it's Imperial Stouts. I'm going to drink this cream ale, and Mary will drink the other one. So I wanted you all to be able to see this beer. So my next, oh man, look at that. That is beautiful. So what I'm going to do is do it justice by using a red line glass. And this was from Suds and Songs. Oh wow, years ago, when they were using pint glasses at the brew fest. That right there is a gorgeous beer. This is a cream ale. Greg fashioned this beer from Selinsgrove up in northern PA, and I think he definitely, that is my favorite cream ale, bar none. And Greg really came up and knocked it out of the park with his. And this was a beer, this is what Mary would drink every time it went to the original Black Cat. Just as I remember it. Cheers, Greg. Cheers, Adam. Cheers, everybody. Oh, yeah. I want to make this again, but I'm going to use a lager yeast, and I'm going to lager it. And that'll get rid of that little bit of tanginess, I think, from the 6-row. Wow, these beers really complement each other. This is fantastic. Black Cat originally was at the old, all right, so Jim and Greg opened up Black Cat years ago. They opened up a year before we opened up the Grain Bill. And Greg and I have known each other from back in the early Yaha days. We were both members of the York Area Homebrew Association. Yaha, York Area Homebrew Association, right? Homebrew Club. I've known Greg for, oh shit. Well, I've known Greg as long as I've been brewing beer. And I've been brewing beer for quite a while. And he's one of the very first other homebrewers that I ever met. And we hit it off, became friends, and have kept that friendship now for almost 20 years. And I couldn't be more thankful for that. Him and Jim actually stepped away. I believe he retired, and then Greg ran it at the original location for a year, maybe a little better than a year, but around a year, and it was just a bit much for him, and he closed up. But he never lost that desire. So he opened it back up again, got some investors, I believe, and he's still in Redline, just a little, actually he's only maybe 3 or 4 blocks down the road from where the original Black Cap was, and has a much bigger facility, beautiful. The next time, I have yet to be there because he wasn't open yet before we moved out here to Kentucky. Rugby. But yeah, he does it right. Oh, this is a taste of home. Boy, they complement each other. And I get it. It's basically a red cream ale. Nice. Well, I've got to put some of my stuff away. We'll be doing Dropkick Nate here in the next couple days. I might do it Friday after I get done with my new job. So I've got some training I'm doing tomorrow, or I would brew tomorrow. And then Friday I've got some training. Actually, tomorrow we're going out to Wild Turkey and checking their operation out there, which is going to be cool. And then Friday I've got some training to look at a demo for barcode readers and stuff. So that's going to be cool as well. More on the new job in the future. I'll let you all know what we got going on. I'm excited about it. And it's a completely different than what I've been doing for the last 40 years. Completely different, not really, different industry. So I'm excited to let you guys know about it. And yeah, I'm excited to get that thing on. The water test went perfectly. Everything's nice and clean, and I'm excited. I am excited. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. This is S.J. Port, Little Face Brew in Kentucky. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, folks. Brew beer, brew wonderful beer like here. And here. Cheers. Oh, golly, that's good.